Very good morning and welcome to Athavan News. Today is 2nd of March 2016. Newspaper highlights read by Edward Udedas Devasagayam Pillai. Today we have 3 newspapers for the highlights: Daily Mirror, Daily News and Ceylon Today. Firstly, let us focus on the headlines of Daily Mirror. Vote on Constitution making process on March 9. The government will take up the vote on the motion to initiate the constitution making process on March 9 in the wake of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party Central Committee endorsing the proposed amendments. It is learned the government worked out the motion initially to appoint a committee called Constitutional Assembly comprising all MPs to draft a constitution. It is learned that the motion with the changes has been approved by the Central Committee of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party headed by President Maithripala Sirisena. Jositha seeks bail from Supreme Court. Jositha Rajapaksa yesterday filed a fundamental rights violation petition in the Supreme Court seeking it to direct the Kaduwala magistrate to grant him bail. He is also seeking a declaration from the court that the conduct of police officers of the Financial Crime Investigation Division in procuring his continued detention constituted an infringement of his fundamental right to the freedom from arbitrary arrest and detention, and his arrest that the arrest, holding in custody, detention or other deprivation of personal liberty of a person pending investigation of trial shall not constitute punishment. BCIT, Canada may help with CCTV footage. The CID informed court that there was a possibility of receiving direct assistance from the British Columbia Institute of Technology of Canada for clarification of the CCTV footage concerning the murder of Ragarite Wasim Tajuddin. The CID had earlier made a request through Interpol for foreign assistance to improve the clarity of the CCTV footage that possibly contained evidence related to the crime. Colombo Additional Magistrate Nishantha Pires had ruled that the death of Tajuddin appeared to be a murder under Section 296 of the Penal Code and ordered the director of the CID to take appropriate action immediately to apprehend the persons responsible for the act. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. Magistrate in hot water. JSC seeks explanation. The Judicial Services Commission has sought an explanation from Magistrate Thilinna Kamage over the incident where he allegedly attempted to barge into the elephant orphanage in Pinnavala and obstructed the work of its officials. Highly placed sources of the Commission told the Daily News yesterday that the JSC had sent a letter to the magistrate demanding an explanation over the controversy. It was reported in some sections of the media that the magistrate allegedly entered the orphanage in a Montero jeep with an armed police personnel through an entrance reserved for elephants. Ransom demands from bus owners. President wants urgent solution. President Maithripala Sirisena instructed chairman of the Provincial Road Passenger Transport Authorities to implement an urgent and systematic program to prevent ransom being demanded from bus owners and drivers. The president said the government's special attention has been directed to this corrupt activity continuing for some time now. He said the government which came to power to eliminate fraud, corruption, irregularities and malpractices to ready to take stern action with regard to this situation. High Court faults female attorney asked to appear in court for allegedly obtaining signatures on documents from 4 LTTE suspects. Anuradhapura Special High Court Judge Kema Swanadipati yesterday ordered a female attorney of the Legal Aid Commission and another lawyer attached to it to appear before court on March 9 for allegedly getting 4 LTTE suspects held in remand custody to place their signatures on several documents, pleading guilty to several charges without the knowledge or instructions of the Justice Ministry, Attorney General's Department of the Defense Lawyer. This follows a confession made in court by the four suspects that the Legal Aid Commission took their signatures to documents, pleading guilty to the charges preferred against them on condition of serving a month's jail sentence and a year's rehabilitation. Finally, let's move to Ceylon today. President sacks Presidential Commission Secretary. Leslie De Silva, Secretary to the Presidential Commission of Inquiry to investigate and inquire into serious acts of fraud, corruption and abuse of power, state resources and privileges, was yesterday removed from his post with immediate effect. The reason for my removal was not stated in the letter sent to me by the President's Secretary. I am not aware of the reason why I was removed. Also, I prefer not to speak about this issue right now, he said. The Air Force is 65 today. The Sri Lanka Air Force today completes 65 years as guardians of the skies over Sri Lanka. The SLAF is successor to the Royal Ceylon Air Force that was established on 2nd March 1951. The SLAF under Air Marshal Gajan Blatsinghla has organized a series of programs to mark its 65th anniversary. With that, let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan News Paper Highlights.